Hi friends, welcome back to Auto Pro. The Polestar 4 is out on the roads and already testing ahead of its debut later this year. This is the very first time we get to see the actual car, and first impressions are quite good. The Polestar 4 is meant to fill in the gap between the recently launched Polestar 3 and Polestar 2 that we have come to know so well. The Polestar 4 is not an SUV, and we can clearly see that. The company refers to it as a smaller SUV than the Polestar 3, but it is hard to call the 3 SUV with its sleek body and low roofline. That car is just 1.6 meter tall, making it a wagon on platform shoes, more like the old Volvo XC70. With the new, smaller 4, we can expect more of the same, meaning less height. Polestar has been on this design blending, border blurring exercise from the start. Polestar 2 is hardly a sedan. It is just 13 centimeters shorter than the Polestar 3 but 4 centimeters taller than Tesla Model 3. Polestar 3 wants to be called SUV but is 3 centimeters shorter than the much smaller Volvo XC40, which classed as a crossover. The Volvo X90 is a full 13 centimeters taller than the Polestar 3, and now that's an SUV. Polestar has its designs driven by aerodynamics, and the company seems to have found its niche. The design team is focused on offering passengers a higher sitting position, with more room and yet keeping a sporty feel that comes with sitting closer to the ground. That sounds like an impossible task, but Polestar is sticking to it, and its customers are clearly loving it. The Polestar 4, despite being smaller than the Polestar 3, will offer enough room for family and all the gear for weekend getaway, according to the company. The interior will follow the design introduced by the Polestar 3. Small driver's display will sit behind the steering wheel, and large center display will take care of infotainment. As is with all Polestar electric cars, Google's Android Auto is in charge. What about drivetrain and battery choices? That one is fairly easy to figure out thanks to the fact that Polestar shares. It's a platform with all Geely vehicles. The ubiquitous C platform can offer up to 637 horsepower in dual motor setups with a battery of up to 110 kilowatt-hours capacity. The Polestar 4 won't be large enough to accommodate that much power and such a large battery. It will be larger than Smart No. 3 though, and larger than Volvo XC40, and both of those cars, siblings by the way, come with as much as 408 horsepower in top trim. Smart No. 3 will most likely get even more in the Brabus trim. The Polestar 3 performance comes with 517 horsepower, and that is the ceiling for its smaller brethren. The company already promised the Polestar 4 will be capable of more than 600 kilometers of driving range, which means at least 82 kilowatt-hours battery pack. Another thing that was already promised was its starting price of €45. Mind you, that was back in 2021, and a lot has changed since, and honestly, €55,000 starts looking like wishful thinking. Thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe for more.